Hello and welcome back to this House of Walls. It has been a while since I have been able to get a video posted, so I thought I would just come on today and do a chatty life update. So as always, pull up your favorite drink and let's sit down and catch up. All right, I have my coffee here for a nice little chatty update. Life has been busy. We've been traveling a lot. The past 2 weeks, actually, we've been on the road. First was to go down and see my grandmother and my aunt. And I'll put a picture up here. We did go to the aquarium there, and that was a lot of fun. And then this week, actually, we went to Luray Caverns here in Virginia, and I'll put up a picture here as well. That was a lot of fun. That was our big family yearly trip, and it was fantastic. We got an Airbnb and did all kinds of fun touristy things. Because of traveling, school has been a little bit sporadic. We are still on track, and that is fantastic. But yeah, we've kind of taken these past 2 weeks with the two sets of traveling, and we're going to make it kind of 1 week of school. So that works out great. We're about to sit down in a little bit and accomplish some science and math, history. If I can get them to do some reading, that would be fantastic. So we are still very much so on goal for finishing our school year on time. And that's fantastic because then we'll take about 4 weeks off and start back up in August. I do have a lot of homeschooling videos coming soon. I have stacks of curriculum that have come in that I'm trying to organize and wrap my mind around and make sure will work for our family and everything. So I do have that. I do have a science video that I actually filmed probably almost 3 weeks ago now. And so I do have that I still need to finish editing. Like I said, it's been busy. And then I will get that posted hopefully this weekend or sometime soon. And then I will have other flip throughs of things that we will hopefully be using. I have so far the flip through of the good and the beautiful language arts and how we are going to use it. I am going to do kind of a flip through of History Quest and how I am going to be setting up our slightly interactive notebooks for this year. Do a flip through of some math things that we're going to use and just anything else. So that's kind of our homeschooling update. Now a book update. I did not film a end of March wrap up or an April TBR. To be honest, I don't have an April TBR. There's a couple of books that I do have to read for this month. Those are my 2 in-person book clubs and some reading challenges that I am a part of for this year. So those are really the only books that I have to read for April. Everything else I kind of want to mood read. I'm in the middle of some amazing series that I would like to continue on or just pick something off my shelf and read it. I will go over what I did read in March, and so I'm just going to quickly put it up here. And I have my little notebook so that I can see what I did finish. We did finish, our read aloud was the BFG, so we finished that and then obviously watched the movie. It was great. Yeah, I don't really rate children's books, but we enjoyed it, so there's that. Next was We Are the Brennans. I gave this 3.5 stars. It was a while ago since I've read it, and there's been many books since. I thought it was good, easy read. I did listen to it on audio. Good family dynamics, things like that. 3.5, entertaining. I read The Honeymooners, and this I rated 4 stars. I was actually pleasantly surprised. This is my first book by this author. Rom-com has been really hit or miss for me lately. So I was very pleasantly surprised by this and thought it enjoyable and fun, and can't wait to check out more by this author. My next book was The Girl in the Tower, and this is the second book after The Bear and the Nightingale. Absolutely loved it. I did give it 4.5 stars. I just thought it was a little bit slower paced. But then at the end, it definitely picked up, and I really, really enjoyed it. Next, I listened to What the Wind Knows. This was a Megan's Book Club pick over on Instagram. I rated this 3.5 stars. I listened to it on audio, and I think if I had physically read the book, I would have enjoyed it more. I did not really like the narrator. I liked the narrator for the female voice. I didn't like her voice for the main male in the book. That just kind of ruined it for me. And it's supposed to have a little bit of romance, and I was like, that just doesn't quite do it. So I did really enjoy it. It's time travel set in Ireland, all fantastic things. But maybe read it instead of doing the audiobook. My next book was Daisy Jones and the Six. This has been on my want to read for a long time, and with the series coming out, I thought, all right, let's pick it up and see what it's all about. I will say this is my second Taylor Jenkins Reid book. I just don't think that she's my author. I've read Evelyn Hugo and now Daisy Jones. So I do know she tends to write more about like the rich and famous, which is great. I think her writing style is fantastic. The writing style of Daisy Jones as a transcript was amazing and something I have never read anything like. And it did actually pull you into the characters, which I was a little concerned about. How can you get sucked in and get to know characters from a transcript? But you can actually do that. I just think for my personal reading style is not about the rich and famous. And that's just me. But it was enjoyable. I am slowly going through the TV series. So I rated the book 3.5 stars. My next book was Where the Forest Meets the Stars. This book started off strong. The writing for this book needed some major editing. Just from being a homeschool mom and having to teach my kids that there are other words than he said, she said, he said, she said. That was the majority of the book. Any kind of quotation ended with that. So it just didn't quite do it for me. There was also a lot of, mental health things in the book that I thought were portrayed very poorly. So this got 2 stars for me. We're almost done. The next is Finley Donovan is Killing It, which is book 1 in this series. I gave it 3.5 stars. I thought it was very enjoyable, funny. There were some things that I was like, really? I mean, that just kind of worked out great. I would compare it to Janet Ivanovich's books, which I have really enjoyed in the past. So I will continue on with this series, and I do have the second one, and maybe I'll pick that up this month. But I gave this one 3.75 stars. My last book for the month was Adventures of Amina Al-Sarafi. Absolutely loved it. If you can find this on audio, I highly recommend it. It was so worth the experience on audio. Amazing. 5 stars. I cannot wait to read more by this author, and I think this is the first in maybe a trilogy that is going to be coming out, and I cannot wait. It was amazing. Cannot say that enough. All right, so I have my coffee again. Thank you for hanging out with me on this little chatty catch up. Like I said, I'm hoping to be posting more. We don't have any trips coming up soon, so hopefully that will happen. But this is also the time of life that we are in, and it's great and fantastic, and my kids are having a ton of experiences. That just means things like putting up videos just kind of gets put on the back burner. On that note, I am going to go finish my coffee and get some schoolwork done with my kids.